in these games, and I'm okay with that. They're always trying to get a chance where, look, we can get the circle if we all hold in this direction, but you know, we've already scouted out this area. Why don't we try and just control 2 areas at once and then just group up later on? Saltk goes down. Classes Athletics between these 2 teams. The fight is continuing to rage on here as the rest of the teams start to group up a little bit, but the shots coming down from Alpha 7 on the top side. Footballers getting crunched.
Pretty tricky spot for them. Saltk getting knocked. Raum soon to follow. Lutz low on HP and Lobbers in. Really the only fully functioning member at the moment for Footballist. Lutz does get back some HP, but now they're down to 2. Look for the opportune position to insurge into the circle. And Na'Vi, again, will have to face off against them out towards the edge. This southern edge is looking so difficult near Chumacera.
Yeah, I mean, for Na'Vi, what they're trying to do right now is trying to figure out where they can actually get into this circle. Where's the best place to inject here? And like you say, 4M's right behind them. He's going to be causing them a lot of problems. Old Boy hanging back as he usually does, trying to see if there's anyone, you know, stealthily creeping up on them. And it is currently 4 AM, so he's got to keep his eyes peeled and his head on the swivel.
Na'Vi moving on forwards. Don't know exactly where 4 AM are. I think they're all the way down south of Minas de Valle, still out in the blue. RRQ lost a player on the hillsides. And Secret Jin trying to play spoiler. On the northern side here, oh, this is the replay of the player getting taken down for D2E. Cosmos able to get the spray down. D2E just out in the open. Secret Jin playing a really strong spot against all of these teams in Chumacera. The question is, are they going to take the fights one at a time, or is everyone going to try and move at the same position at the same time?
You've also got to remember that these guys were right on the eastern side of the coast too, so they've actually worked their way in here. It's not been a free position that they've taken. They have made some fantastic little rotations, and it will continue to bear fruit as the circle drops on top of them. Sure, they are down to the southwest, but they have an easy position to move forward towards the center.
4 increments still out in the blue, still moving their way forwards at zone 4, so this will start to hurt, will start to prove bothersome. Nova XQF on the eastern side, again trying to move on through Power 888 right now. Of course, down to 2 players. You can see them swarming with A1 just over that ridgeline. And just let that fight happen. That reduces their strength. You can try and pick up something off the back of that. Na'Vi, they found themselves Aerowolf Limax right now. All 4 players alive for both of these teams.
60 moving forward. Look at how aggressive this guy likes to be. If he can pop the first kill, though, get a knock, then it means the rest of Na'Vi can swarm over the tops on that one. But good of him to actually move back, and it feels like we are starting to see a little bit of this from Tixi more often, where it's more reserved, a little bit more passive, and he moves back, gives space to his team, and they can kind of figure out what they want to do next with this circle that is on board. Silas dropping down the smoke, provides him a little bit more cover, and he can start to move forward using that.
Remember, of course, football is down to 2 players from their engagements earlier. Both teams are going to have to move into the circle, and it looks like Class Digital Athletics have the better spot of this, the better end of the stick. Alpha 7 move ahead, though, and will try to guard it. Lutz being burnt on out from his cover, will get sprayed down. Beautifully done there from Silas, dropping the molly and crushing Lutz in the corner there. Lovers in, last player standing for Footballist, again down to 1. We'll see how much further they can get.
That's 4 AM taking a lot of shots. I mean, I said fashionably late, but this is looking a lot more rugged than they'd like it to be. Hazuki also down, facing off between them and Secret Jin. RRQ also in this position. 4 AM just took too long to get here.
It was such a difficult rotation for them, and they were really struggling to find an opening. However, they are still 2 players alive. They are in the circle blank, so they'll be okay for now. Secret Jin have taken a knock, and you've got RRQ to worry about as well. Svan isolated from his teammate. He has moved a little bit further down on the south. That's Sook not going to be able to get this res. A nice nade found. Now RRQ can start to move forwards, but they still have to deal with Secret Jin, who are playing spoiler on the northern side of Chumacera.
Next circle about to come through. No one wants to head towards the middle, but Abrupt Slayers, they were only ones to brave this one forward with 2 loot crates right on top of them. They get a cheeky little circle here for themselves, and now all teams have to start to squeeze in towards the middle. 4 AM is now pretty much flushed out. Just the remaining player in Sook for them, the lone soldier. Power Triple Eight footballers, both in similar positions with only one player remaining.
Nades roll downhill, gather speed from Alpha 7. Towards Clash Diddle Athletics as well. They know the spots, they know the positions. That one landed, okay. Fair enough. Into the smokes they go. Silas trying to lead the charge with those smokes. RRQ allow Godless and Ziol to slip on by and into the circle as well. They're in an open spot and they don't want to draw attention from A1. The nade goes over the top. Ooh. A lovely nade there from RRQ. Looking to follow it up with a second, but the smoke blooms. Godless low, has been spotted. Boom goes the buggy. And with it, Ziol's hopes starting to go up in flames. Teammate down, half HP, looking to try and heal. But in comes Sukin. One hell of a tumble on the buggy, trying to survive as well. But RRQ have him in his sights. And that's Suk falling.
I mean, that was one hell of a roll, and I mean, he rolled right into RRQ, and they were happy to receive. Beer 11 from the backside of the shack. Kanina Power frozen out in the open. See how much more he can do with this one, but he's about to be put on ice.
RRQ are not afraid to split up, and that's exactly what they've done here, Blank. They're down to 3. They've left G9 in the back. They've got some beautiful pincers here, and they're controlling this open ground from what is minimal cover right now. Secret Jin clashing with Na'Vi on the exit as well. Looks like Na'Vi going very low, but Secret Jin Secret Jin going down there, eliminating a team on Na'Vi. Kanina Power now join the fray against RRQ. Zeus as well, still trying to hold on.
Yeah, so much happening in this circle. It's taken so long for all these teams to make a move. No one wants to head out into this open ground, find themselves a position, maybe watch another team try and carelessly walk forward. So a lot happening here, but most of it's down on the south side. Bigatron and Nova XQF quite comfortable, in fact, over towards the northeast. These guys are 100% waiting, biding their time. I don't think these South teams expected this kind of shit.
Power Triple Eight going down. The 3 teams who finished top 3 in the last game have gone down very, very early, Blank. So we're looking to even the score lines here on the tables. Who's going to be able to surge into the lead? That's what we're here to find out. Alpha 7 still continuing to prove troublesome for anybody who dares step foot onto this hillside. But Mafioso's down and knocked. No one looking to res him just yet. Ooh. Along the side here, this is a very, very difficult fight for both of these squads. Nova XQF looking to put pressure over towards Bigatron, and the nades continue to fly. Smoke's giving the cover, but it's not hard. It will not stop the bullets. And both teams remain alive for now.
Bigatron took a huge amount of shrapnel, but the bandages were already halfway around the arms by the time they came through. King is taking a massive amount of damage, and these nades are what is coming in massively handy. These smokes might just start to dissipate very soon, and all the while, Nova XQF trying to find a better position here.
And neither of these teams are in the next circle, Blank. They're going to have to move. There is a clock on the fight, and they have to try and pull the trigger. Already, Order sending out, getting them a forward position. Bigatron might try and push, but they have the back door now. They're in the circle as well if they move to Order's spot. The question is, can they stay safe from the northern side? They'll have to wait and see. Between a rock and a hard place, do you choose Bigatron or do you choose the risky push? It might be that they can strike out towards Bigatron as Zuxi goes down, Ryzen falls, and now it's Microboy and Luxi left alive. Out in the blue, Paraboy tries to get an off angle, and Nova XQF stay alive for now. Microboy takes bended knee, and one player now standing for Bigatron.
That was such a fantastic hold from Paraboy. Oh my lord, the patience on this man. He was out in the blue whilst that happened, edged the vehicle round the side, but held it down whilst the rest of his team moved up the hillside. This is one hell of a fight for Nova XQF to survive, but look at this. A1 is looking down on this team, and Order's been spotted.
Oh, he's going to get tagged up as well, but makes it behind the crate just in time. Jax back into the smoke, looking to try and keep them all alive. A1 have a really good spot here. Alpha 7 go down on the northwestern edge, and the Abrupt Slayers now playing spoiler to Clash Digital Athletics representatives and Aerowolf Limax all the way on that northwestern edge. RRQ suffering heavily, and now it's Abrupt Slayers with the only team with all 4 alive. In goes Luxi, down goes Luxi. King shuts it out, and it's Nova XQF trying to get those reses, but it's stolen away. It's pincered out, and it's A1 to try and shut it down.
Jax has to come down off this hillside. You can see him dropping the smokes now, but he's done his job. He's provided so much cover towards Sinister that he can live on for a little bit longer. But these smokes, they are going to be removed from the battlefield very soon. You see Abrupt Slayers off in the distance, but right now, Nova XQF, they're clinging on, but there's really not a lot of cover here. That is, unless you get another loot box dropped on your head.
Oh, Abrupt Slayers looking to try and swarm around Solus. They are the piranhas right now, Blank. And Solus will have to move. He'll have to get out eventually over the hillside, looking for a nade, looking for a knock, but really not going to find too much. Maybe trying to heal up a little bit, but down he goes. And that's Clash Digital Athletics eliminated 6th place for them. Zeus, RRQ still alive, but they're both out in the blue, so really non-factors into this next circle. A1 will lose yet another player, so it's just Sinister left.
NovaXQF cosplaying, Box Gaming here with the double box in front of them, but that's Abrupt Slayers to take down all the players from NovaXQF. What is happening here? So much occurs in such a short amount of time. Leon now running over the tops here.
It's just Sinister now, and Abrupt Slayers strike from the top of the hill. They run on down. Sinister looking to try and heal up, looking to get a little bit of health, maybe another point or two if he's lucky. Finds one onto Heaven, but gets shut down. Lickety split, and it's Abrupt Slayers to take the second chicken dinner.